and listen to my story about a man named Jed. A poor mountaineer barely kept his family fed. And then one day he was shooting at some food, and up through the ground come a bubbling crude oil, that is, black gold, Texas tea. Well, the first thing you know, old Jed's a millionaire. The kinfolks said, Jed, move away from there. Said, California is the place you ought to be. So they loaded up the truck and they moved to Beverly Hills, that is, swimming pools, movie stars.
The Beverly Hillbillies.
What's going on here?
Well, we's blowing the fumes from Granny's live soap over to Miss Drysdale's place.
Get off of that grinding wheel.
Oh, you want to paddle a while? Faster, Billy, faster. The fumes and the smoke is getting around the kettle. We'll all be smothercated.
Granny.
Even your voice is changing. Jed. Now, don't you try to stop me. Even a sweet-natured, soft-hearted saint like me can be pushed too far.
Granny, you told me you was going to be more tolerant of Miss Drysdale.
And I was. I forgive her for what she's done right off. But this is for them others. The ones that are too chicken-hearted to fight back for themselves.
Who's too chicken-hearted?
Them she chased out of her yard. Our chickens.
I told you to keep them penned up. The only thing she hates in her yard worse than chickens is us.
Well, they was just offering a hep and claw. She was having a lawn party. And folks was chomping on cookies and cakes. And our chickens seen the crumbs they was dropping. So they went through the hedge to help them clean up.
That still ain't an excuse to go building all this to torment her.
What are you doing out here anyway? Are you some kind of a troublemaker?
Matter of fact, I got a letter for you.
A letter for me? Who's it from?
I don't know. It ain't got no return address.
I'll see if it open.
Oh, Granny, it's for you. Just open it.
I ain't used to getting mail addressed to me. The mail we get is for that other family. Name of occupant. It's from her. It's from her!
Who's her?
Adeline Ashley.
The Adeline Ashley?
The very one. The dream girl of every mountain boy from Pickle River to the state line.
Read the letter.
She's going to stop by and say howdy to us while she's here visiting friends in Cucamonga. Ain't that exciting?
No, I've never been to Cucamonga.
Oh, I meant her stopping here. Feature coming halfway across the world to just visit friends and traveling first class, too, by bus.
Her husband always was one to spend the money on her.
He's got it to spend. He's a big iron and steel tycoon, you know.
Annie, he's a blacksmith.
Yeah. And I can see Adeline yet helping him down at the forge. Always the perfect lady, swinging that big hammer, wearing her little white gloves. Ain't old snooty nose next door gonna be jealous of me?
Granny, you told me you was going to be more tolerant and charitable with Mrs. Drysdale, remember? That includes letting her meet Adeline Ashley.
Oh, I'll introduce her. I ain't one to hold a grudge. All Miss Drysdale has to do is come over here.
Now, you talking?
On her hands and knees, pushing a peanut with her nose.
Margaret, I don't care about the Clampett smoke and fumes as long as they're happy and not burning $10 bills.
You megalomaniac! You don't care about me!
Time to go, Chief. Oh, I hope I'm not barging into the middle of a tender romantic moment.
Don't get flip, Miss Hathaway. I can get another secretary.
Not unless you pay her a lot more than you pay me.
All right, get a little flip.
Excuse me. Mr. Clampett, come in, come in.
Hello, Mr. Clampett.
Sit down, sit down.
Oh, no, Miss Dane, you sit there.
That's all right. I had to get up anyway.
Well, my dear Mr. Clampett, what can I do for you? Name anything, as long as it's not illegal. On second thought, name anything, period.
Well, it ain't a favor. I just wanted you to know that Granny is having a weekend visitor that I know Mrs. Drysdale is going to take to like a cold hog to warm mud. No offense intended.
Oh, none taken. After all, you're a depositor. Margaret's only my wife.
Yeah, well, her name is Adeline Ashley, and she's a lot like your missus.
Really?
You know, extra high tone, social leader, style setter. I just know they're going to get along.
Ah, I see. Well, this lady's a friend of yours from back in the hills?
Oh, no, her friends wasn't backwoods corn huskers like us. She lives in the city.
Oh, well, maybe there is a chance. Now, wait a minute. You're not talking about Bug Tussle, are you?
No, Bug Tussle's a town. She lives in the city.
Oh, good. What city?
Turkey shoot.
Mr. Clampett, I'm afraid Margaret may be flying to Siberia that weekend.
What weekend is that?
When is Mrs. Ashley arriving?
I think Granny said 21st.
Ah, that's the one.
Gun it. I know they would have hit it off. Beverly Hills or turkey shoot. Class is class.
Now, according to the letter, Adeline Ashley will be here the 21st.
Well, that gives us a whole month.
Yeah. There won't be time to more than slick up a bit. We'll make new drapes, slip covers for all the furniture. We'll paint the whole house, inside and out. It's her! Adeline Ashley. I have got off to better starts. The Beverly Hills, Miss Ashley, ma'am. Your Majesty.
Up in gizzards. My nose is plumb broke.
No, it's up in the air like always.
Feels like it's the mule ticked. What you put on it?
The front door.
No, I'm sorry, what did you put on that cork?
My very best corn squeezing.
Domestic, ain't it?
What?
I favor the imported corn squeezins. You know, from over the county line.
I'll send Jethro to the hills for some. He can be back in a couple of weeks.
Never mind.
How's Mr. Ashley? Is he sick?
Oh, no, nothing like that.
Oh, good.
He died.
Oh, dear. What an awful blow.
I'm back to normal by now. Time went by and pert near healed the wound.
I'm so glad. When did you lose him?
Last Thursday. Tom, rest his soul, would have wanted me to carry on as usual, but it's hard.
Of course it is.
Since he passed on, I ain't had but 2 days. If you don't count the barn dance and the hayride.
Well, you'll have to meet my son-in-law, Jed. He's a widower, you know.
Yes, I seem to have heard something about that.
But he won't be for long. He's so handsome and a snappy dresser. I hope you can stay with us for a while.
Well, maybe I can find some time.
Good. You think it over. I'll be back in a minute.
What's the idea, Granny?
The idea is for you to get yourself slicked up before you meet the widow Ashley.
The widow Ashley?
Yeah. Mr. Ashley went to his reward and give you a chance to get yours right here on Earth.
What are you talking about?
Never mind. But take a look in there. That's a real lady.
Lady, she tips a jug a lot like a real man.
Did you see her little finger up in the air? That's what you call manners.
Either that or for hanging her empties on.
Yes, it could have been a very sticky mess, Miss Hathaway. I can't imagine Margaret meeting Adeline Ashley.
Yes, your wife does behave as though anyone who didn't come over on the Mayflower is an undesirable alien.
Look, I'm not even particularly anxious to shake hands with that female Paul Bunyan.
Apparently there'll be no problem if your wife's going to be out of town.
I was mildly magnificent with Mr. Clampett. I used a few clever phrases, some ambiguous statements.
You lied to him.
That's right. It's a simple matter of lie now or pay later.
Drysdale's office. Yes, Mr. Clampett, he's right here.
Oh, hello, Mr. Clampett. I just want to tell you how inconsolable Margaret was when she found out that she wasn't going to meet Adeline Ashley. Oh, she was just broken-hearted. Yeah. Well, perhaps we can get them together some other time. Today? Oh, yes, that would be great. Yes, she'll be thrilled. Yes. Goodbye.
If you're looking for dust on that, you won't find a lick.
No, I just want to see where some of these things is from. I see most of them is from France and England.
That's good, isn't it?
Not too. All my stuff come from much further away than that. It's made in Japan.
Well, here comes my tall, rich, handsome, kind, considerate, widower son-in-law, Jed. Jed, I want you to meet the beautiful, elegant, fancy-mannered, well-dressed, and very strong widow, Adeline Ashley.
Hi, Miss Ashley. Hefting them blacksmith hammers sure has give you a powerful grip.
Oh, Jed, I bet you say that to all the girls.
No, he don't. You can believe me.
Well, sit down for a spell, ma'am. I'd like to chew the fat with you a little.
When you put it that way, I can hardly resist.
I'll leave you two youngsters alone so you can get better acquainted with each other. Well, how are you two getting along? I bring you a little light refreshment.
What kind of refreshment?
Well, it looks like pure, clear branch water, don't it? Oop! Spilled a drop.
You take your rheumatism medicine out of here.
But Jed, it's my private stock.
I told you I don't want nobody drinking that. It's already been sitting so long that it's only good for blasting stumps.
All right, Granny. I find Jed's company is all the refreshment I need.
Oh, fine. Then I'll put on a little mood music. Something to break the ice.
My favorite song.
Yeah, it's Granny's favorite, too. Well, let's get back to our next-door neighbor, Ms. Drysdale.
Oh, do we have to?
Oh, we could talk about you, back home. Oh, doggone. I clean forgot. After all you've been through, I reckon it's too painful to talk about.
Oh, no. When my husband, what's-his-name, passed on.
Tom?
Yeah, Tom. Anyways, everybody says I'm still a prize catch.
Oh, I'm sure you are. Where else are you going to find a woman that's a combination fashion play and blacksmith?
You turn my head with talk like that.
Well,
Now, Jed, we've known one another for more than 20 minutes now. Isn't there some little question you'd like to pop?
Well, yeah. How do you shoe a mule?
You know how to shoe a mule.
Well, yeah, but not like you. They say that you're the fastest hammer in the hills.
All right. Come on, over here. Now, lean against that. Now, I take the mule's hoof, like this here.
Granny, are they holding hands yet? Oh, I wouldn't say that.
What are they doing?
I ain't sure. But if that's their idea of spooning, They need a refresher course.
Chief, I hate to keep reminding you, but the Clampetts and Adeline Ashley are expecting a visit from your wife.
Yes, and I was expecting you to think of a way to get her over there.
Chief, I can't. Adeline Ashley is a hillbilly. I'm sure your wife would rather be introduced to Jack the Ripper.
But what if Margaret thought she really was the leader of society?
Chief, even you couldn't tell that big a lie.
I could, but she wouldn't believe it.
Wait. There's one thing your wife would believe is absolute truth without a qualm or a moment's hesitation.
What's that?
Idle gossip.
Ah, too late for that now.
Not if we utilize the fastest, most efficient communications network ever known.
What's that?
Your wife's bridge club, I believe. President is Mrs. Travis. Yes, there she is, under B.
Travis is under B.
For blabbermouth. Hello, Mrs. Travis.
Yes? What is it?
This is the Beverly Hills News calling. We've heard a rumor that the fabulous socialite and style setter Adeline Ashley is in town. And we thought that you, as a leader of Beverly Hills society, might know her whereabouts.
I know the whereabouts of everyone who's anyone, but I certainly wouldn't tell the papers. My dear friend Adeline is entitled to her privacy.
There it is, Chief. We have now about a 10-minute wait.
If this doesn't work, tomorrow you don't either.
Millicent, keep this under your wig, but Adeline Ashley is in town. The famous socialite and style setter.
You call Bobo and Ethel, and I'll call June and Priscilla. And remember, it's a secret.
Almost 10 minutes now, Chief.
This telephone scheme isn't going to work. Say, maybe I could blackmail Margaret into meeting this Adeline Ashley. I still have those snapshots of her in a bathing suit.
Any time now.
Yes? Oh, Margaret. What news?
Adeline Ashley is in town. She's a legendary figure. Zillionaires. She has her own private fleet of yachts and a staff of ex-husbands to man them. Everyone in town is trying to find her and get her as a house guest. You know where she is, Milton?
Well, it's supposed to be a secret, but she's staying at the Clampetts.
Oh!
She must be one of those eccentric jet-setters, Margaret, but she is a very good friend of the Clampetts. And Margaret?
Jed, don't you want to talk about something besides Granny when you're with a pretty girl like me?
Turned off nice weather today, didn't it?
Oops. I hope it's all right to meet you by name.
Sure is, honey. Miss Ashley, this here is my daughter, Ella Mae.
Howdy.
Howdy doody.
Howdy doody. Granny said you was a real fancy talker.
Mercy. That's French for thank you.
Boy. Well, I'm feeding my critters now. Bye and mercy.
Dear, dear little Granny. How sweet you look today.
One of us has been hitting the jug too hard.
Oh, no, I've changed. I'm so sorry for all the things I've done in the past. And it will never, ever happen again. I want us to be close friends.
I've been waiting for this for 6 years. Now I ain't so sure I want it.
Peace, Granny.
All right, Miss Drysdale, we's friends.
Good. Now may I meet Adeline Ashley?
I should have known that's what you was after.
Just wanted to invite her to be my house guest for a couple of weeks.
Close friends. Your friendship is as phony as your eyelashes.
Oh, please ask her.
I'm going to, just to hear her say no. By golly, she is anxious. I believe she would have pushed a peanut over here with her nose.
It ain't only Elias needs help. You could use some advice on dressing yourself.
This is my Sunday best.
Yes, but your outfit would look a heap better if you was wearing spats with them boobs.
I'm obliged to you for your help.
As your wife, it wouldn't take me but a minute to have you all looking just as classy as me. How about it, Jed?
Adeline,
All right. I'm gonna stop playing coy. Guess I'll have to twist your arm a little. Marry me.
I'm sorry, Adeline, but no.
This is the hose I got my first husband with.
Miss Ashley, you're trying my patience.
I declare. First it was grabbing his boot in the parlor, and now this. I'm going to have to give both of you spooning lessons. Our snooty neighbor over yonder, Miss Drysdale, wants you to be her house guest for a couple of weeks. I already know your answer.
I accept.
That's the wrong answer.
I ain't throwing away my youth waiting for you to propose, Jed. I've already wasted half a day.
Adeline, you mean you're going to stay over there with Miss Drysdale?
Well, I've got to get back to some sophisticates like myself. You know, the in crowd.
Hey, wait!
Let her go, Jethro.
But look where she's headed. She won't see the Drysdale's fish pond.
Let her go, Jethro.
See? She got soaked.
Yeah.
My husband gives at the office.
But Miss Drysdale, I'm Adeline Ashley. I'm going to be your house guest for the next 2 weeks. Oh, all right. I'll stay longer.
Sounds like Miss Drysdale is happy to see Adeline.
Well, birds of a feather, Granny. She's a peacock, and we're just a bunch of old crows.
Speak for yourself.
Go behind the scenes with Paul Tracy and feel the rush on and off the track. Race Car Driver, the new Superstation WGN original series, is reality at 200 miles per hour. Premieres Wednesday, September 7th at 8 Eastern on Superstation WGN.
You folks for kindly dropping in. You're all invited back next week to this locality to have a heaping helping of their hospitality. Hillbilly, that is. Set a spell. Take your shoes off. Y'all come back now, dear.
This has been a Filmways presentation.
Viacom.